Yeah, what's going on? This is Loch Viral Munchies here for the leftovers season 3, episode 4. While I drink my coffee and smoke my ale. Probably gonna be on here a lot today. We got a couple of more things to cover. So let's get into it because this episode is pretty complex. Pretty complex. Let me see, how do I get this rolling though? What is up with this shit? What is up with this shit? Hold on, I'm trying to get it rolling correctly. Where is my chat?
If you're a consultant or a coach, you probably hate these things just as much as I do. I'm talking about proposals. Think about it.
Okay. But where the fuck is the chat? I'm trying to get it. Okay, there we go. Chat is up. So if y'all want to come through and holler at me, come through. And of course, follow me at Loch121. That's LOCH121. And check out my links, check out my other videos, subscribe, like, comment. I need all that support from you. And let me know, if you got any questions, ideas for show topics or whatever. So yeah, let me get back to my notes. All right, so Nora and Kev head to Australia. Don't piss off them bitches at the airport, as said in American Guides. So yeah, Kev had a little issue with getting in. Nora had a global entry. And I was wondering why Nora was looking all happy walking through the detector. Like she seemed like she had something on her. That was my first idea. So the guy says, some guy says there'll be a nuclear event and he's trying to bring something in. I couldn't tell what it was, and he gets stopped. He's behind Nora, and they stop him. Probably good. I don't know what he had, but he had something. So Nora and Kev, they come down the stairs at the same time. So that global entry did nothing because Nora ended up going through the metal detector and still getting searched because of her watch or something. So then you find out that Nora does have something on her. She whispers in Kev's ear she got 20K stashed on her. And the reason is it's illegal if it's over 10K. So Kev asked a very good question. Why didn't you just give me half? And also I'm thinking, as a Fed, why can't she get permission? But I guess they answer that when they tell you that she doesn't have jurisdiction in Australia. So they go in the bathroom. I'm trying to understand where you can lock a bathroom door in an airport in whatever year this is, right? So Kev and Nora, they start getting freaky in the bathroom. They freaky. They freaky. So yeah, Nora doesn't have jurisdiction in Australia. But it would have been a pretty good idea to just give half to Kev, but I figured she wanted to keep what she was doing a secret though. So I was wondering, does Nora want to try to actually get hit with the ray? Maybe. And she says something about he asks, what if they ask about me? And she says that we're in a toxic codependent relationship and we're better off apart than together. So, I mean, she was saying that as a reason, but it might actually be some truth to that. So, and Nora asked him if he's gonna call Kevin Sr. because she thought that he came to see him, and he says that he came, for her. You know what I'm saying? So, and Nora has the book with her. The book of Kevin is with her. Let me make sure I got everything. Yeah, Nora has the book. with her. And I'm wondering because Matt knows that Kev pushed the girl down the well in purgatory. How does he know about that? Is what I'm trying to understand. How does he know about that? How does he know? I mean, the only answer is that Kev at some point told Matt about that whole experience at the hotel. So the people from the place that send the people to see The Departed with the gamma ray call Nora. And now I'm wondering, how can the chief just leave? Is it vacation time? It seems like he just left, but they kind of answer that later on in the episode. So um, the TV, he's in the room, Nora leaves, and the TV won't go off in his hotel. And that hotel reminds me of the Purgatory Hotel, I guess just because it's a hotel. It's weird. He's looking at the TV. So Kev starts to read the book, and we get all these rewinds of the show of events that happened. And it was all almost like finale quality review, recap, rewind, montage material. And so Kev watches the TV. He sees it's a show on, and I guess that's G'Day Melbourne, the name of the episode, with a Australian Kelly Ripa, and sees that there are two Kevins missing. One is the Kevin, the chief from that town, and the other is Kevin's father, Kevin Sr., who's missing. And next he sees Evie on the TV in the audience. You know, like how they do like Good Morning America and they got the audience outside or whatever. Evie was one of those people who was standing outside the recording of the morning show, and you see her on the camera. She's, in the street audience. So a stranger asked Nora to hold a baby while she's at a bus stop. Nora's at the bus stop, and this lady rushes up, like, could you hold my baby? I got an interview, yada, yada. And I'm like, but one thing, that lady is a terrible mother. And for two things, why do people just like to give Nora babies? So the bus comes, and I'm like, why didn't the mother think the bus would come? She was at a bus stop. I thought the chick was leaving. She really was doing an interview. So Nora runs in there and gives her the baby while she's in the middle of the interview and tells the people it's illegal to, not hire her because she got a baby. And then Nora runs down the bus and ends up catching the bus to go see the Gamma Hulk people. So back to Kevin. Kevin, after seeing Evie, he goes to where the TV show is actually recorded to try to find Evie. And he sees her and he follows a girl who looks like Evie, but she sounds different. She has like a Middle Eastern accent. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even African, but she sounds different. So then you see a guy sees him, kind of asking Evie, what's up, thinking she's Evie. And the guy thinks, Kev is harassing her and she needs protection. And so then Kev pulls out his phone and takes a picture. And then he kind of gets in an argument with the dude, and the dude headbutts Kev. And then it cuts away. And then, take on me, I'll be gone. I love that song. It's like one of the first videos I ever saw. I swear it's one of the first videos MTV played, period. Still a dope video. Anyway, So uh, what happens is Nora walks into a building that looks like a warehouse, and the lady's name is a Dr. Becker and a Dr. Aiden, and I guess they're playing a guess the song game where they play songs on a piano and you got to guess the song name. Dr. Becker is Dr. Aiden is playing "Take on Me" and Becker guess what it is, and they play this song a couple of times um, in the episode, and I guess it kind of stands for "Take Me On." Like, for one thing, Nora wants to be taken on to this program, and um, I'm trying to think, what else it could stand for, but I'm sure I'll think of something else. So they got a guy named Bernard, and he does a medical examination, and so you see Nora about to, do a medical examination. So then you see John and Lori, and they're helping a person, and you see that they don't try to give, uh, help to people whose members departed for some reason. And I don't know what the difference is. They're lying anyway, but I'm like, maybe it'll bring heat because everybody would come see them and they would be found out to be fake. They keep showing that Wu Tat, man. That Wu Tat is prevalent. Nora's Wu Tang Tat is shown a lot. It's so random. So after Kev wakes up from getting the shit beat out of him, apparently, he calls Lori. And basically he tells Lori about what happened. And he also sends the picture. And Lori agrees that, yeah, it's definitely Evie. And her new name is Denaya Mobizi, I believe. And but somehow what's weird is she has a Facebook. So if you're hiding from everybody, why would you have a Facebook? So Lori tells Kev, not to talk to Evie again. So I was get directions from the dude dressed in a koala bear outfit. I don't know. So Nora, they go back to Nora. Nora is getting her physical. Wu-Tang tat showing again. Nora has an IUD, so I guess she's not getting pregnant anytime soon, supposedly. And he wants Nora to get in a box that looks like a coffin to simulate her confinement, so they can see if she'll bug out or something. Nora was nervous, and he said she can take her money with her, and she can get out at any time. And I was like, I wouldn't do it. I don't trust them. I'm thinking, I don't know what they about to do. So then they play "Take on Me" again. Take on me, take me. But it's only horns, dope. And this is what you're seeing Kev, and he goes to the library that Denaya works at, Evie, and he asked the librarian for a book called Assassins. The library calls security immediately and says, well, he says that he wants to talk to Evie. And he said Evie was showing her a book called Assassins out of all titles. Come on, Kev. And Kev just looks crazy. And the librarian calls the security, like he's being weird. Kev ain't really do nothing like that, but she was on it. So, and then Evie sees her and stops them from kicking Kev out and offers to speak to him in the back room or whatever. So um, she admits that she's Evie, and she's still speaking in this accent though. And I'm like, where did that accent come from? It's like she got a Get Out 9 swap or something. So she says she started a new life and wants to be left alone. And she says she left because there is no family. And, he asked about the accent, like me. Why are you talking like that? He asked, like, what is going on? And then she speaks in another language. And she says she has compassion for him because he's ill. And somebody told her to tell him she was Evie. So I'm like, who told her? Lori? So he calls Lori, mad, in front of Denia. And she says to leave and go to the hotel. And, he's mad. Lori told Denia, Evie, he was ill. And she says it's like when he saw Patty. And it goes back to, I believe, the first episode where she said, you never tell somebody in the midst of a psychotic break that they're in a psychotic break. And you indulge them because they can hurt themselves. And she doesn't want Kev to hurt himself for Kev or Evie. You know what I'm saying? She asked Kev to pull up the photo he took of Evie. Now, I'm knowing something is going to happen because they start playing that leftovers music. And something is going to happen when you hear those violins. So the picture in the phone is not Evie at all. It is a probably Muslim Arab young lady. And, the violins are playing. And then you see the girl who's been looking like Evie the whole episode. It is not Evie. It is a Middle Eastern woman. So Lori says that he projected Evie onto a stranger because he understood why she did what she did, and that reminds me of 9/11 for some reason. I don't know why. It just does. So she asked, what I asked. Lori asked, how was the chief of police just in Australia? And it's less than a week before the 7th anniversary. And, says he got responsibility. And I'm like, yeah, Kev just broke out. So Kev says, ask John about the book they wrote about me. And I'm like, how do you worship your wife's ex-husband? How does that work out? Weird. So Dr. Aiden pulls Nora out of the box coffin thing and says, her heart was really calm. So then they go to talk and they say that Mr. Lynn Baker went through the machine. That's the dude from Perfect Strangers. So they admit, they don't go because they don't know what happens. They like, you don't have any provisions, so it might be a bunch of dead corpses in space. So that's what the other lady said. The other lady really is trying to tell her, like, we don't know what's up with this, but I'm not going. So they don't know if it's a life-sustaining environment. So the mean doctor is actually nice. And she says that she thinks Nora has cold feet and will back out if the time comes. And Nora like, nah, I ain't gonna back out. So they want to ask her a question. They ask Nora, when they ask her a question, Nora thinks the question is gonna be, why did she bring Kev? They say they know who Kev is, which is crazy. They ask the question, which is, you have two twins being born. One will cure cancer if the other is killed. Do you kill the baby? And so this goes back to the last episode where the guy was in the desert in front of Kev Sr. and he burned himself. And he said, they asked me about a baby. So my prediction was right. That guy was a guy who didn't get into the program. They asked him a question about, would you kill a baby to cure cancer? And he answered no. And Kevin Sr. agreed, but he was like, they didn't take him because of that. So Nora answers and she says, yeah. And she said, babies die every day. She asked if the babies would be hers, and they say no. And basically they say, you don't have to kill the baby. You just give a head nod and it can be quick and painless. And she said, yes. So they say, she didn't make it. She failed. And it's crazy because she gave the opposite answer of what that other dude said. So I don't understand what's the right answer or what's the scam. Obviously, the answer has nothing to do with it. So she calls to try to tell, her people, they think that they knew she was an investigator. So Kev comes into the hotel and tells her about, what happened and says he needs to call Lori. And she says she thinks he loves, being Jesus Christ superstar and being worshiped. And he rips the pages of the book out and then burns the book. And as why did Kev not stop her? And when I heard that, I thought that she meant why didn't he stop her from going to the place, because maybe she really was going to go through with the getting hit with the gamma rays. But actually, she was saying, which I'm not clear. Yeah, he knows what she's doing. So you got to ask the question: why didn't he at least think maybe she would go through with it? But the question was, why didn't he stop her from giving Lily away? And she says, that I forgot what he said about that. I mean, I guess basically he said that, you wanted to give her away. So she says he was relieved and and you know and then he was like, and now you want a new baby? And he says, you won't have a baby, because if you have a baby, well, first he like, why? So you can give it away? But basically he says you don't want a baby because you can't be the victim anymore. Nobody would feel sorry for her anymore. And he asks how long until she moves past losing her kids. And I'm like, really, Kev? Really? When do you move past that? So she says they're just gone, not dead. She didn't lose them, they're just gone. And Kev like, well, you should be with them. And the fire is growing in the room. And Kev just breaks out as the fire alarm goes off, and she lights a cigarette while the fire just burns, and she's just sitting in the room. So Kev goes down to the front and asks, like, I guess the door, not even a doorman, well, maybe a doorman, but the guy in the front, if if he could get a taxi. And the guy says nah, because of the explosion. So I'm like, what explosion? Like, is Nora dead or something? What happened? So Kev looking kind of worried, but not worried enough to go check on her. All of a sudden, Kevin Jr. pulls up with Grace, Bozo the drowned lady, and Kev jumps in the car. And Nora is not dead. They show the fire sprinklers went out and they put out the fire while she just sits there. So I'm like, what explosion was there? And then they play Take on Me again. Take on me. So I'm wondering, does Kev and Nora get back together? What is going to happen with Kev Sr. and his son and Grace with this book? Are they going to try to drown Kevin? Can he survive death anywhere? Um, Matt is coming next episode. We know that something wild is going to happen. So yeah, just to do a review and see if there's any ideas I want to hash out. So yes, I'm still bugging off the fact that you could lock that airport door. I don't know what that was about. Where you can lock airport doors at. Um, yeah, bitches love giving babies to Nora for whatever reason and taking them away. Mm, mm. So yeah, I'm wondering if it's really over with Nora and the people. Like, is she going to see them? Because if you notice, her skin, even though she's older, her skin looks weird. Like she went through something. Um, so Now there is no copy of the book, I guess, because Kevin burned it. So how does that work out for Matt and them, or is there another copy? But shoot, last episode they claimed that there wasn't another copy. So it's definitely a question of what happens with the book. So is Grace and Kevin Sr. a couple now? A lunatic match made in heaven? Or whatever you want to call it? Hmm. So yes, I guess Evie is definitely dead, I guess. I guess Evie is dead. I assume Evie is dead. But all right, I'm out of here, man. At Loch121. I will be back though. Follow me at Loch121. That's LOCH121. Subscribe to my page, like, comment, share. You know, I want to be interactive with the people. Give me any, subject matter or questions or whatever, any side questions y'all might have. I'm gonna start doing a whole bunch of other type videos. Check out the links in my description. And I will be back with another one very soon. Very, very, very soon. But yeah, definitely subscribe, like, comment, share, all that. Follow me on all social media. Check out my music. And I'm out like that. Peace. Finish my blunt. The leftovers of my blunt.